Hello guys, welcome to the first video of AV Reacts. I've been wanting to do these reaction videos for quite a while now, these sports reaction videos. So my name is Avuyile Saula, I'm a sports journalist, and yeah, so it's been something on my mind, starting to do reaction videos and of big talking points in the world of sports in South Africa, rugby, cricket. So yeah, I finally decided to do it today. Take out the phone, press record, take out the tripod, and just start speaking. So to kick it off, today I'm going to be reacting to Nkosi's dismissal, if you want to call it that, or whatever you want to call it, at the Bulls. So if you don't know, Nkosi has left the Blue Bulls. The company announced today, the club actually announced today that Nkosi and the club have come to a mutual understanding that they terminate his contract with immediate effect. So he has left the club. Nkosi is a free agent. Nkosi has been snubbed. Nkosi has been sacked in whichever way you want to put it. But I say that Nkosi has left the Bulls. So I think it's a really interesting topic to speak about, especially considering where Nkosi started off with the Bulls. Obviously, when he signed from the Sharks, it was seen as a move that would resurrect his career, a move that was going to point him in the right direction, a move that was potentially going to see him back in the starting 15 of the Springboks. But things didn't go according to plan. In Pretoria under Jake White, a lot happened. We started seeing a different type of Nkosi that we were never accustomed to. And a lot of people say they knew this type, but a lot of people were never accustomed to this type of Nkosi who just disappeared, didn't attend training sessions and so forth. So and part of the blame is not on him, to be quite honest, because it all started in that European tour when he was sent back to South Africa because of breaking curfew times, and then obviously went missing in January, and we came back and was very open about going missing, saying that he was going through some personal stuff, he was going through some mental issues, which is something that should not be taken lightly in this day and age, especially when it comes to sports people, because they also go through tough times, So it's been an interesting time. I think it's been an interesting year in general for Nkosi at the Bulls. He was certainly came into a team that didn't have much powerhouse, if I can call it that, on the wing, and he started a lot of games under Jake White. And obviously then the discipline stuff came into play, and he started sitting on the bench for quite a lot of games, and then he didn't play a lot. So it was quite a challenging time for him at the club, and I think him leaving the club will probably be a good thing for him, to be quite honest. I think if he can find a new home, if he can find a new club that will take care of him and he can flourish, in a new home, that will be amazing for him. Because, I've been seeing a lot of comments on Twitter and Facebook that, he's a washed player. Washed is the word that people use on Twitter and Facebook, and that he should go to Japan, secure the bag. But I quite think Nkosi still has a lot to offer. I think he has a lot to offer with the right coach, the right mindset, the right environment and place. I think he has a lot to offer. I even remember Jake White saying that, he thinks that it's time for him to go overseas. Who knows? Maybe it could be another Dylan Lates, it could be another Raymond Rule. You just never know. These guys go overseas and they perform, at their best. So that could also be an option for him. But I think it's not over. I don't think his career is over like this. I think he still has a lot to offer. In South Africa, I'm not really sure where in South Africa in terms of which union he could go to here in South Africa. But overseas, I think if he gets a home there, and if he goes overseas, he could potentially become another top player that's playing abroad, especially in France. I think France has a way of just turning South African players around, or turning mediocre South African players around and making them world class players. So hopefully that happens for him, and hopefully he finds a new home and just forgets about the Bulls. For the Bulls now, it's move on time for them. You know, they now need to find a replacement for him. They need to sign players. Jake White said, you know, when he was here at the press conference in the last game of the URC against the Stormers, that he wanted to sign X Factor players. So it's clear that Nkosi doesn't fit that category of X Factor players. So that's going to be interesting. That's another thing to look out for. Who is Jake going to sign, and where Nkosi goes from here? You know, so you can tell me in the comment section where you think Nkosi should go to next. I don't know. I really don't know about a club here in South Africa, to be quite honest. I don't think unions here in South Africa are searching for Nkosi. I think in terms of when we look at the wing powerhouse, if I can call it that, here in South Africa, a lot of clubs are sort of certain in that respect. Probably except for the Lions. So, you know, you never know. You never know. Return to the Sharks. Highly doubt. I highly doubt that could happen. Coming over here to Cape Town, to the Stormers, I don't think so. I think the Stormers are pretty set when it comes to backline depth. So don't see that happening. But wherever Nkosi goes next, hopefully it's a warm home for him to play at his best again. I mean, this is a guy who won the Rugby World Cup in 2019 with the Springboks. So it's not just a player, you know. This guy has experience, and with the right environment and the right coach, you could possibly go even higher. So comment below, tell me down where, tell me where you think Nkosi should go next. And yeah, you can also comment down, you know, which players you think Jake White should sign, because he spoke about X Factor players. I'm still here trying to think of X Factor players that you could potentially add, because when you have Keenan Moody, you have Cudley Irons, you know, I don't know, but you tell me. And yeah, man, hope to hear from you guys in the comments. And till the next video of AV Reacts, yeah, I can't really say when I'm going to be dropping these videos, to be quite honest. It's just going to be free flowing. They're just going to come whenever they come. So yeah, thanks for watching if you've come this far, and yeah, thanks.